Hello and welcome to December 13th. Today, we're going to be doing something, actually. We're going to actually intentionally do something, which you probably saw from the title, so that's pretty great. But I want to do this first. 13th is K, and the word is drink. Ooh, the chocolate fell out and down. Hopefully not too many of those did that. What is it today? Oh, it's a little teddy bear. Look how cute it is. It's so cute. So it says, be sure to drink. That's what it says so far. So we'll see what the next one is tomorrow. Today I wanted to talk about some of my favorite YouTubers of all time, because I think a lot of people have favorite YouTubers, but I just wanted to put mine out there, see if you relate to any of these, because I really enjoy these channels. There's a lot, so just be ready. There's a lot of channels in different spaces as well, so it just kind of is all over the place. So stick with me, this is gonna be great. So starting out with the general sort of just gameplay personalities that I love would be people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Crank Gameplays, or Ethan Nestor, and Dan TDM, and Laserbeam. Those are the main ones that I kind of really love, just from the general overarching large YouTuber gameplay stuff. I throw Crank Gameplays in there because he did Doing Us Honest with Mark, and I just absolutely love him, and he does generally the same stuff as they do, so I love that. All of those creators that I listed there are just some of my favorites of all time. I consistently watch them all the time whenever the videos come out. I love watching those videos. So those are some of my favorites. Like I said, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Crank Gameplays, Dan TDM, and Laserbeam. I love them all. They're all so amazing, and they're all hilarious. Some of the big reasons I really love them is because they love to do the charity stuff, especially Jacksepticeye. Right now, as I'm recording this video on the opposite screen, I'm watching Jacksepticeye's Christmas live stream thing, Thankmas. So that's been super fun, and I really am blown away by the fact that they've raised $3.2 million. So that's pretty crazy. I could literally only dream of getting to that point. That's so wild to me that they're able to do that, and I don't know, I just would be so cool to be there. I would love that. Next is sort of tech YouTubers. I'm a big tech fan. I bought this phone when it came out. It's just one of my favorites, at the 10R. I just love technology. So my two big tech channels that I like to watch are MKBHD, or Mecca's Brownlee, and Unbox Therapy. Those are my two go-tos that I love to go to. I also love Your Average Consumer. He's great. iJustine is really good. Austin Evans is pretty good. So people like that love that space. That tech space is awesome. Jonathan Morrison as well. Also great people. Lots of great channels there. A random one that I wanted to throw in there that I just found sort of recently is Cartoons. He just has this style that I really enjoy for whatever reason. He's hilarious and just ridiculous. He feels very American, which is really funny, but does a lot of Among Us right now and has been doing some other fun games, and I just really, really love his style. I don't know. I just like him. He's just kind of cool. He's sort of different from my other favorites, but I really like it. So that's a good one. In the realm of basically self-improvement, Matt D-Avella is my go-to, because the way he explained things and the experiments that he does are just really, really quality, and I really appreciate his style. So Matt D-Avella is great. He also loves cameras, and that's one of my favorite things, and I'm going to get into more YouTubers like that in a second, but he is one of my favorites. Before we jump into the realm of camera YouTubers, I wanted to jump into commentary, because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that just basically do commentary videos on other content, like Insufferable Instagram by Leon Lush. That's one of my favorite things. So Leon Lush is up there. He's one of my favorite content creators in that space. Alex Myers, he's an animation guy with he does more commentary stuff on movies and things that he finds ridiculous. Love that sort of style. And then Scott Kramer, who also does commentary stuff. Love those guys. I think it'd be really fun to figure out that style and kind of do that sort of thing. That would be really cool. So that's a fun style. Love those guys. On top of the animation spot, by the way, Odd Ones Out and Jaden Animations are some of my favorites as well. Wow, I keep tapping this. Odd Ones Out and Jaden Animations. Those are some of my favorite animation YouTubers as well. Side note as well, all of these channels will be linked in the description. It's going to be a lot of work for me, but it's going to be worth it. So go check them out. in terms of camera stuff, because I am a camera nerd, a huge camera nerd, I love Peter McKinnon, Matty Hapoya, and Potato Jet, or G Nagata. He's hilarious. They're all three of those guys just explain things well, and they talk through different styles and all that stuff. They just do it so well. So I really appreciate their styles, and they've taught me a lot about just cameras in general. So highly recommend those guys. How to Basic is one of the most ridiculous video channels I've ever seen ever. Like, just the way that they have done, the way that How to Basic has done their style with being anonymous and the eggs and just the chaotic nature of all of their stuff, I just find it hilarious. So that's a quality one. Sketch comedy, Smosh. Smosh is my top sketch comedy and just fun videos group that I love to watch. For whatever reason, their videos are just high quality, high production value, and some of the jokes are hilarious and random and all over the place, and I love that. So they're a hive of creative minds that are just brilliant. I also wanted to mention Jack's Films, because he is absolutely hilarious. All of his videos are absolutely phenomenal. So I would definitely recommend checking out his stuff. He does Yai, which is yesterday I asked you, answering questions, having the comments answer questions. So good. Such high quality content with such quality humor. So highly recommend him as well. Another hilarious style is the Slimesicle style, like just the way that he does videos and live streams and all that stuff. He's just hilarious. For whatever reason, I just love his puns and the ridiculous nature of his stuff. Highly recommend his stuff if you want more funny moment cut style things with more puns, and it's just hilarious. It feels sort of like Video Game Donkey, who I also absolutely love, and he has been doing some rocking content recently. But I really love Slimesicle just because for whatever reason he just clicks with me. I love his stuff, so love that. I also really love music stuff, so I've been researching. For the past few years, I've been doing music, and I loved studying music, doing that kind of a thing. Andrew Huang is one of my top go-to music artists because of his explanation of music theory and the way that things work. It's just high quality, very great production value. Very much highly recommend his content. On top of that, Daniel Thrasher is absolutely hilarious. Sketch stuff with music, and he records things and just does really a good job. He's a classically trained pianist that does sketch comedy, and it's so good. So highly recommend him as well. And then Rumi Official. I haven't watched him as much recently just because he does different stuff now than he used to, but he's hilarious and fun, and he fits in really well with the PewDiePie and that space. So he's really fun too. And then we get into the realm of Minecraft YouTubers, which I absolutely love. It's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. It's the thing that I watch the most out of anything, and there's a bunch. There are an absolute ton. So I have this is the big list that I would suggest you guys go check out. Is Mumbo Jumbo, Iskel85, Impulse SV, Tango Tech, Exumavoid, Good Times with Scar, Grian, B000100, Ren Dog, and Pixel Riffs. All excellent. Almost all of them are on the Hermitcraft server, except for Pixel Riffs, but he basically does Hermitcraft recap stuff and does his own survival guide series, which I really, really love. So definitely worthy of checking those out if you are into that kind of a content, because they build amazing, beautiful, large things that, you don't really get to see anywhere else. And they work together to do that. And that's so fun that they all get to play together. And there's these fun narratives of mycelium resistance and all of that stuff. It's so much fun. So definitely worthy of checking them out if you want to get into a whole new world of just really fun Minecraft content. Definitely worthy of checking them out. Of course, I have to mention Cam Anderson, plugging him in the description as well. All of these are in there, but Cam Anderson, just my close buddy, close friend. I adore his stuff. He hasn't posted in a long time, but I'm going to try to encourage him to post more, because it's really a sweet space for him. I think it's going to be a sweet spot for him. And Cam, if you're watching, I want to do stuff with you once the COVID stuff passes, because my goodness, I miss you. So yeah, that's my list. It's a long list. You saw all the icons popping up on the screen, which is going to be a pain for me to edit, but it's going to be worth it. And then you also have all the links in the description to every channel that I mentioned. So go check those out. This is going to be a lot of work for me to put together after the fact recording, but I think it's going to be worth it, because then you guys will have all this content that you guys can check out, and it should be fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video tomorrow, and I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.